That day was full of laughs. We got there, the energy was great. My whole family was there.
I think I made all the games, and homecoming, we were all there. We had driven up, and we were there to see the game. DJ, he was my shadow. He and I were together all the time.
My family's really close, always been really close.
We are like our own little universe, the five of us.
Dad called him DJ. Mom would call him Danny.
Danny, always.
He was the surrogate dad to his siblings. They looked up to him.
I struggled with math as a high school student, and he'd be the first one to sit down and be like, okay, well, let's figure it out.
He was, oh my gosh, a joy, a Pied Piper in the neighborhood. All of the kids loved him. The biggest smile you've ever seen, and a very gentle spirit. We'd driven up there the same day, watched the game, hung out, and then drove back home.
So very early in the morning, I was startled awake, and I said to Angela, someone is at the door. It was 2 police officers. They said, Mr. Henry, your son has been in an accident. He handed me a slip of paper and said, you need to call this number.
The nurse on the phone said, are you Mrs. Henry? I said, yes. I heard my son was in an accident. And I kept saying, well, what happened? What happened? And she said, he was shot. And I said, who would shoot him? I can't understand who would shoot him.
The nurse gave the phone to one of the attending physicians, who got on the phone and said he died. I remember just falling to my knees.
DJ Henry was a 20-year-old Pace University junior back in October of 2010 when he was fatally shot in his car.
I heard what sounded like firecrackers, and I heard a car screech. I didn't think anything of it. Homecoming, someone's probably had fireworks. Last thing I thought about was what ended up being the case.
Everybody wasn't buying the original story.
It immediately didn't fit together, so I had suspicions from day one.
People believed fervently that they knew what happened. And whenever you hear of a case like this, you can't believe first impressions.
Something really significant happened in this car.
Do you keep evidence from every case that you handle?
This was an unusual situation. I needed it to be here, so perhaps a day like today would come when we could tell the story of what really happened here.
I never thought in a million years it would turn out the way it did.
We don't need some version of the story that protects one side or the other.
Our whole goal was to just get the truth.